You missed us.
It has been way too long since we've been back together.
Can I give the update on where we are since it's been so long?
You can totally give the update of where we are.
And you'll us.
When we last saw our plucky adventurers, the not at all charming, but somehow romantically successful halfling cleric had got the incubus to agree to be willingly tied up to a tree so they could attempt to drain his blood to use it for a spell to kill the big bad guy. Will they succeed, even though they had his consent? Or will he now murder them with his invisible friends? Find out now.
The important thing is you had consent, right?
Yes. I'm actually pretty sure the last thing I said last game was, remember you consented.
So there you are. Twigsy's got kind of a glazed, almost charmed, someone could say, look on her face. You have your demonic friend tied to the tree, and he's literally biting his lip like every sorority sister ever.
I have seduced him with the worst pickup lines known to man.
Ados is standing there kind of confused of what's going on right now.
I'm hiding in the bushes because I want no part of this.
Yeah.
And our ranger is hiding in the bushes with her arrow ready to say, I'm going to kill something.
Okay. So.
And I do believe you had a knife in play, didn't you?
I did. We were doing a little bit of light knife foreplay.
As one does.
Obviously, if you're going to use the sleaziest pickup lines known to man, you gotta mix in a little bit of knife play. And I believe Ados does have a vessel on his personage to collect the blood.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, we're trying to get this dude's blood. That's correct. Yes.
Yes, we want to drain his blood and then heal him. Yeah. Do a little, little fun and games.
As I'm totally scratching my head going, and heal him? I don't remember that part.
Well, yeah, no, we're not going to kill the dude. We just need a couple gallons of his blood. And I mean, it'd be kind of fucked to leave him down this. What?
Did you say gallons of his blood?
Isn't it 2 gallons?
I don't think he's going to let us take gallons of blood.
Only 2. Only 2.
Technically, you could giant milk jug.
I can't remember how much blood we need to get. Is it only cups? I don't know.
It has been a few days since we've gamed together, so I will remind you in the recipe book, it is the last drops of blood from his heart.
I don't think he's going to come out of this alive.
Clark, get the 2 drops and try to put the rest back in.
Yeah, no, yeah, like I think I don't think I remember that being part of the recipe. I thought because I thought it was like something like super specific that we were still gonna fudge. You were just gonna get like demonic blood and go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I recall we wwere gonna fudge it, but yeah.
We cut his heart out on a technicality. Isn't that the last few drops?
You're not wrong.
I mean, anatomically speaking, he's a demon. Does he have a heart?
Right. Like we're just hoping that he's a strong enough demon that his blood counts even. So like I don't know that I want to I wasn't planning on stab the dude in the heart. I was legit just gonna slice him, bleed him, stitch him up with magic, and then go on my happy way and say go rub one out in the tree. Thanks for the blood, dude.
Freya will applaud this.
I mean, I thought maybe we had to like not like get it off his leg or something, like make it be like a chest wound or something to make it count. You're making me doubt my plan, Jim.
Excellent. Every GM's first job, make them doubt everything.
Well, you know what? I'm going with I'm not trying to kill the dude. Like, he just willingly tied himself up. I'm not a murderer.
I'm liking this plan.
Kip is the one who kills innocent people. I just am at ease and planning on bleeding this guy out. I'm bleeding this guy out and then leave him high and dry. I don't want to murder the poor guy.
Leaving a succubus high and dry, that's even worse than murder.
But I'm very mad Revenant Grandma didn't kill Kip.
I mean, okay, fine. If he needs a good time afterwards, like, fine, whatever. Like, take 5 minutes, we'll be fine. But like, killing him was not part of my plan.
Okay, so to make things sweet and poetic, what do you do to the incubus to get what you need? And he is totally all for it.
Okay. So we've been, I've been if I'm not tracing the knife on his chest or whatever, and I'd be like, okay, you've consented. I'd like to take some of your blood. I will definitely make it worth your while. I'm not going to permanently injure you.
And that, of course, gets his attention. In a good way.
Okay, cool.
As you hear the little imp giggling in the tree watching this.
Is there any spots that you especially like to have a little pain at?
And he totally gestures where the knife is and gestures lower.
Oh, God.
Like the belly button?
And he just nods his head and smiles, biting his tongue.
Oh, okay. So then I'm going to take my little dagger and I'm going to start like at his like pecs and just kind of like trace it along, kind of like I'm tracing off his muscles, and then just kind of like when I get underneath like the dude boob part, just kind of like.
It's called a moob.
What? A moob?
It's called a moob. MOOB.
Right. So if I'm remembering correctly, he's pretty buff and kind of, smexy.
Uh-huh.
So like I'm gonna go underneath one of like as I'm like tracing and like kind of like testing the pressure. When I get underneath one of his pecs, that nice little like cut that men with abs have, I'm just gonna kind of cut like between one of the rib blades a little bit, kind of experimentally.
And he just lets out a sensual gasp.
All right.
Because demon.
Yes. Okay. And he is a sex demon. So blood is coming. Yes.
Blood is oozing from the wound you have made in him that he's enjoying.
All right. I'm gonna come nod over to Ados and be like, "Hey, can you come collect this?"
Yeah, because you told him I was your servant, so yes.
Yes, and that's why you have a glass being.
Yes,
madam. Container.
I will comply.
And while he is complying, Twigsy, what are you doing in your uber charmed and not going to let your master come to any harm that he does not consent to? Consent being important.
I'm just gonna sit on a rock next to him, my hands in my lap, and look up at him because I know he's liking this, so I want to let him do his thing.
Do we remember the size of this container?
It's a large jug, like a large pickle jar.
Still
A
pickle.
large pickle jar.
So long on so many levels.
Okay. So I'm collecting his blood now. He's still digging it.
He's still digging it as long as you're giving him attention.
Okay. So I'm gonna look up at him, like try to like look up at him through my lashes, like I'm trying to like continue my terrible seduction I've done. And be like, anywhere else itching to be released?
And as we get this beautiful screen slide as the wolves in the night start baying and howling, he gestures for you to take care of something else to make the blood flow faster.
Something else?
Yes, and you know exactly what I'm saying here. And Ados is like, I'm confused.
Yes. Perhaps we
Your
should give you a
rainbow
diuretic.
sitting in the bushes being like, this is so fucked up right now. I
And
did not
then,
sign up for this shit.
and then about an hour later, the
Oh,
the three of you come back with this large jug swooshing.
Did you just screen swipe away me having to give the poor guy a handy?
I totally did. I mean,
my
while
God, that's
Twigsy was charmed, you don't even want to know what he was asking Twigsy to do.
Okay, so we have a jar filled. He's still totally digging it.
He was digging it. Do you cut him loose, or what do you do?
So we have our jar full of thingies. He has an open wound. So I am a woman of my word. So I am going to. I mean, it's especially now that we're extra good buddies. I am going to use my cure wounds, my touch, and I'm gonna like kind of like trace my finger around the cut that I gave him, and try to stitch his wound.
That's kind of you.
Well,
Are we talking with magic?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure in case you wanted to poke him with the needle next.
I mean, it's not like licking the open wound with my tongue will fix it. Gotta use my magic.
It's not
Well, I
Vampire the
think, like-
Masquerade.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I'm doing it seductively still with my finger. Apparently, I've given the guy a handy, so you know, like we're good friends now.
Okay, and that heals shut as he just like shivers in anticipation.
Okay. So, I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, okay, so like my friend looks at you in a way that I'm a little jealous of. You want to kind of let her go so we can, you know?
And he kisses your hand after you finish healing him up and says, I will let your friend go if you make me one promise.
What sort of promise do I need to make?
That within a year to today, you call out my name so that we may spend the next full moon, and he gestures up to the bright, bright moon up there that's glowing off the whole red volcanicness in the area. Spend the next full moon in 1 year together.
Oh.
How about I do you one better? Like, this was a fun day. I enjoyed myself. You enjoyed yourself, obviously. I wouldn't mind having this be a yearly occasion at least 2 or 3 more times.
And he kind of pulls you in really close, as his breath making your skin prickle, as he holds you with his hands sliding around, and you think that's his tail, you're not sure, as he pulls you in close and whispers into your ear, and your ear alone. You feel a tremor on your skin as he says his true demonic name to you.
Ooh. Did I just become a demon bride? That's pretty good for a cleric.
Well, maybe just a demon booty call.
You know, FWB, it's a thing.
And he just says, on a year from today, call my name, and I will spend the night from moonrise to moonset with you, and you will not be disappointed.
You have my word. I swear to Freya.
Ooh, and he like twinkles his eye when you say that.
Now release my friend.
And he totally walks over to Twigsy and leans down to kiss her on the forehead in a very cute fashion, as she's completely enamored with big rosy cheeks. And he gestures for...
aware that he charmed me.
No. Well, you just know that he is, your bestest friend ever, and you would never let anyone harm him. Good thing that
Must have liked it.
Good thing he consented to being stabbed, or you would have been all over your bestie's butt for cutting your bestest other friend forever and ever. And he gestures for you to go join Esme over there. And as soon as you hop down from your little perch, he kind of reaches way down, because you are teeny tiny, and pops you on the butt. And the second he does, the charm snaps. And you're just like, why was I acting so weird a second ago? What the hell? What's going on?
Am I self-aware that I was charmed?
You are pretty sure there was some kind of mind control enchantment stuff going on.
I'm gonna look at her and like wide-eyed, like look at her and like be like, Twigsy, time to move on. And then I think I'm gonna be like, thank you, pretend name I don't remember that he gave me, because I know better than to use a real name that he gave me. And I'm just gonna kind of wink and blow a kiss, and we're gonna all walk super duper fast, but without running and without looking suspicious.
Because only prey run.
Don't be suspicious.
Still for me to attack them, right? I got full spell slots.
I grab her hand and I like, all right, bye, darling.
Goodbye, friend. Apparently, I say.
I'm currently sitting in the bushes like, you fuckers. Why?
Bring me this
More
time.
the mission, Talia.
As
I'm
you
just sitting
guys...
in the bushes, so angry.
You guys awkwardly get back to the wagon and the horse and your friend, and you've got the jug of demon blood. Mission accomplished.
Yes,
Was
yes,
that-
mission accomplished.
Callista totally has a weird look on her face. I don't know why. As a wolf,
Come on, guys, get away from him. Move.
as a wolf bays in the background, probably a werewolf. As conveniently, we screen swipe to the next thing that we have to get, which is the heart's blood of a dire bat. Thankfully, we have a expert tracker, and Callista is going to roll a survival with an amazingly high results.
Thank you for basically making sure that does not happen. Oh, God. My character sheet. All right, give me a second. Survival, right?
Yep,
I
survival.
think Talia's traumatized. Talia won't make eye contact with you guys. Callista, why won't you look at me?
I want to just Natalia.
Yeah.
I have a
All right. I have to say that wait, what can I have it can I have advantage because of the fact that I'm not looking at them and I'm intently staring at my surroundings?
Okay, with advantage, you definitely have no problem finding the trail of, a couple days later you waited for dusk and dawn, and you totally zeroed in on the location of where some dire bats and or regular bats may be residing. Or maybe a
Okay.
vampire, but you're pretty sure with your 21 there's no vampires. So from what you guys were told, you need to get the heart's blood of a dire bat, since it was one of the ingredients used in the original OG recipe. Now I gotta make sure you're looking at the same map I'm looking at. Yep, you are looking at the same map I'm looking at. So, conveniently under this waterfall, your ranger tracked down a cave full of bats. There's 2 entrances that she points out with you guys silently. And you just know that you need to come in here and catch yourself a dire bat. Should be easy peasy. Carve its heart out, put it in a jar. You've even got a little tiny dire bat heart-sized jar there. For one for each of you, even if you wanted, because there's plenty of specimen jars in the wagon.
Are we putting it in the same jar or a different jar?
A different jar. Because for the ritual, they'll all need to be put together in a pot under the hunter's red moon.
Well, guys, I worked really hard to get that incubus blood. Someone else want to take the lead with this dire bat heart collection?
Tali's doing it. Gusta's doing it.
And so as you can see with the map,
By myself?
Wait. So
Not by yourself. I just would like someone to take the lead. Like I took the lead.
yeah. I don't think we need to seduce the bat. We just need to,
just walk up to the bats and make the
stab it in its heart so we can collect its heart.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty sure you could go in there all stabby, cut,
I'd rather go in there sneaky, shoot.
Just make sure you don't shoot it in its heart because we need its heart intact.
Okay.
I can't fly until level 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can fly, but I don't know if I could beat the bat by myself, so I think we would need to shoot the bat until it falls, and then collect it from the ground.
If I enlarge a person me and then turn into a bat, am I a bigger bat?
Can't you only turn into things you've seen?
I've seen bats before, they're common.
Can you do flying creatures yet?
Lorenzo has a cousin that's a bat.
Why do I have markery things on me?
Because
mine?
sometimes you just might.
Markery things?
No, you can take them off if you want, or I can take them off if you want me to.
Turn order.
I did not pick broken back and
What are you talking about?
On her token, she had some. She's prone, and something else was going on with her at the time. And you guys are fully healed up. It has been a couple days later.
Oh my god, wait. I want to see the dire bat. Twigsy's gonna sneak in there.
Did you say that we're
Where are we on this map?
So you have 2 entrances, as you can see. I just threw you guys in the top left corner because, that's not actually a spot. It's the middle of a mountain. But you have 2 tunnels. As Callista totally points out the 2 entrances to this cave, and there might be an entrance up above. So what is your guys' plan?
Did you say that we're all completely reset on everything?
Yep, you're all full. It's been a couple days.
I still have mold earth or move stone or whatever it's called. We need it. at D&D.
Do I have to roll something to determine if there is which is the easier path to get into this cave?
Both paths seem pretty the same. It's wet,
Okay.
it's slippery, it's covered in bat guano. In fact, you point to a really large pile and you're like, giant bat guano.
So I guess my question is, are they both like, is one entrance higher than, like, is one entrance, are we coming down upon the bats and the other entrance we're coming up upon the bats?
So
or is it
basically either side, you're walking up from the river. There's a waterfall outside splashing down, so you're walking.
We're walking either way. We're walking up, not walking down. Is
Yeah,
what you're telling me.
walking up like a little 10-foot upgrade.
Okay.
Above the cave, there is an opening in the sky, roughly about a 10-foot square up here, that is open to the night sky. So a giant bat could fit through that opening to crawl out.
At night?
Oh, you tell me. You're the big game hunter.
No, not at night. That's like the worst thing, because then they'll come out. We want them to stay in.
I have daylight. I can shoot it off when we get in the cave. So I think level 8 I can turn into a flying animal.
Well, no, the point I'm making, because if it's daylight, they're going to stay in there, right?
Usually, yeah.
Shooting off daylight is just going to make them run out, because they're like, what the fuck? Why is there daylight in our cave? Kind of deal.
It burns.
But at nighttime, they're going to come out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone do anything to paralyze them?
Anybody has what?
Do anything to paralyze them.
Let me see.
Or just paralyze the bat, grab it, take it outside.
Let me look at my spells.
Knock him in his little bat head.
All I got is ensnaring strike, speak with animals, hail of thorns.
Are we supposed to be 5
Can you
or 6?
speak with the animal and tell it to like tell it to come down and like let us stab it?
I'm not going to want us to stab it. I could speak to it, and maybe we can trick it, but.
So if you can tell it to come down, I have inflict wounds that I can touch it and inflict wounds on it.
I don't think that the dire bat is not a small creature.
It is not a small
Creature
creature, no.
I can reach.
Let's see.
And it's 3d10 necrotic damage.
I could do a lot of that too.
Yeah, like why not let me use one hand to cure someone, the other hand to inflict damage?
Someone's just trying to balance their karma.
Balance. It's called balance. This is my helping hand. This is my hand.
I mean, you could definitely call it down. And it's not like bats have a code of honor or anything like that. So you're not gonna have bats.
I can attempt to call one up, like a stupid one.
Yeah, free. Are dire bats like fruit bats, or are they blood bats?
They come in all different varieties. Majority of them are just omnivores.
Yeah,
You would have to get like in the cave, or scout out the cave and have our ranger give me a nature check, and I can answer that question.
Okay, give me a sec.
As the mechanical man brings up a really good point of, are these vampire bats?
On a scale of 2 to 12, how tough do they look?
No! I have no fucking clue.
With her natural 1, because she has a natural instinct to avoid bats like the plague, apparently, these bats should be fine.
Fine is code for bad times.
I don't think that they're going to be stupid enough to let me convince them to come down, but they should be fine. We should be fine. It's fine.
I mean, it's not the first time our ranger has shot an animal and taken its heart out. I mean, this is regular ranger shit.
Yeah,
here.
this is hunting.
Yeah, we're going deer hunting. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine.
It's
Just
flying
be-
deer hunting. No big.
Just because it's bats big enough to, fly off with a person in their arms doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
I like-
if that really happens, then we'll just go back to seducing. It's fine.
It's not like two of the party members are so tiny they could just grab them with one claw and fly away.
Wait, like, hear me out. What if I gaseous form in there and then do an animal handling check to write it out?
You know what?
Sure.
I want to see that. I totally want to see that.
I'm here for it.
So should we go at it from the top then? Because if you use gaseous form and you want to write it out, the best way to come out is through the top.
Can I roll an insight check to see how well that might work?
No, that's not really an insight thing. But you're thinking maybe as a druid you could ride the bat. The worst part is that you would totally fall in love with the bat and you would say, no, you guys can't kill this one.
So then I'll just have to go kill the other ones.
And then it will break the bat's heart because you killed its mate, and it will fly away, and you two will have this like long distance love-hate thing that occasionally you see a full moon, and then a bat-shaped form glides up gently to silhouette itself on the moon's glow and then flies away.
I mean, I'm a demon bride. She can have some like complicated shit with a dire bat.
Three levels.
So what is your guys' plan? I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult. It's just a cave
Yeah.
with some
I'm
bats,
here,
and you
I'm
need to.
here for the gaseous thingamadig.
I also think it's just perfectly valid, like the plan of flashing a light and just attacking this one.
Well,
Is-
I could just cast daylight in there, guys. It's a 60-foot radius, so it's a giant ball of fucking light. I don't know if it will do anything. Oh, can I roll something for that? Animal.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
Ugh. Hey, it's green.
Hey, with your solid 12, you think that if you were to cast daylight in there, it would definitely scatter the bats, possibly driving them out of the cave here.
Oh, there you go. So do we have a net or anything?
Ooh, how big is the opening at the top of the cave?
The top of the cave, it's about a 10-foot opening. Kind of squarish shaping where the ceiling is collapsed.
I don't know how to put items in this game.
I have 50 feet of rope. I have a chainmail shirt. I have bedrolls. We could
Gonna
make.
MacGyver a net. Is that what's happening right now?
Yes. Ew, I have 3 potatoes and a rotten pouch. What is wrong with me?
Let me take a look of what I don't know where anything is here.
Ever
Okay.
since she got a demon lover, she now smells rotten potatoes and thinks of him.
No, my rotten patent pouch containing 3 potatoes.
So I also have a rope, so maybe we can make a type of net to happen over the thing.
Okay, give me a
And
survival check for making a net.
Why do I have a...
Does anybody want to assist so I can get the
I
advantage?
have 50 feet of rope. I'm definitely helping.
Okay,
Okay.
so the two of you are working together to do classic Alone style montage of making a net.
Yes.
And with a
Did we
22,
succeed?
it's a nice net.
We took a
Okay.
class together on rope tying together.
Okay,
We
so
took
you
a
managed
macrame class together.
to
Yes,
make a
macrame.
really
That's the rope
nice
tying class
20
we
foot by 20 foot net.
So the plan is to put the net over the hole and then have Twigsy do daylight so that they'll try and fly out and we catch one in the net.
Yep.
Does that seem
Okay.
like a plan?
Seems good to me.
And
Okay.
And just to make sure things are complicated, I'll say, so out of the 3 entrances here, which one are you putting the net at?
Well, I'm assuming because you said there's a hole at the top, and
Uh-huh.
I bet they use that hole to come out, right?
They on occasion use it. They don't always use it. They usually come in and out through the waterfall hole, which is the top and the left-hand side.
Do we have someone in here?
What's
What
that?
was that?
We could have someone stand here.
I mean, nobody's been inside the cave yet, so you don't even know what it looks like inside.
Oh yeah.
I
The
can
reason
walk in
we're
and
setting the hole at the top because if we set off daylight, in a way to force the bats coming out the hole at the top, can we do that?
There's all kinds of ways you could do that.
Can we
Okay.
have the hole in the top? Is that approachable?
Are you guys gonna go up there and poke around the hole and check it out?
That sounds totally like us.
sure.
Okay. Somebody give me a stealth roll as you're poking around the hole looking.
Mine's a 3.
It's a lot
Who's
better
better?
than mine.
Than,
I'm 0.
I
I
got
like
a
how she
6.
throws.
I got a 6, so let me give it a
5.
shot.
Okay.
Better than I
I
thought.
was 0 on my stealth.
Yeah, well,
So, needless to say,
we make a lot of noise.
the
You do it.
druid and the ranger go scouting out, and they go to the hole and accidentally drop a couple rocks down the hole, and the bats that day that you tried to catch them go scattering out and about, and they blast. A small bat swarm of small bats comes flying up through the hole where you guys are at, startling you. But the big bats all go to different entrances and zip out on the other 2 holes. And you
Okay.
guys pretty much realize, because with those really bad stealth rolls, you have to wait for the bats to come back to roost the next night or
Okay.
next day.
Yeah, day. I would rather do this during the day.
That gives
Okay.
us time though. We could go down in the cave and like build a barricade.
So barricade their exits is what you're saying?
Yeah, so then they have to fly back up the hole.
Yeah, we could do that. Why?
Okay.
Okay, so let's since they all flew away. We're gonna go in. We're gonna barricade the 2 exits, right? We're gonna leave the hole open. When they come into the hole to roost for the night, we'll wait a little bit because we're doing this during the daytime. Then we'll put the what's it called?
The net?
The net.
Okay, so which entrance are you going in?
Whichever we're closest to.
Equal distance. You're gonna have to make a choice.
Oh my god! Somebody else choose.
Can we at
The
least
top
see?
one?
Can I percept down the hole how far down it is?
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception. With your keen little eyes, it's about a 30-foot drop from here. You know the level down here where the pool of water is outside the cave, it's about 50 foot. So you know that when you come in here through the cave, it's about a 20-foot height difference. On this little riser right here, see this rock outcropping?
Yep. Do we just want to like rappel down here in the middle?
I mean,
Someone could totally lower her down.
Sure.
because you said you had something with Earth, Mend Earth, Meld Earth, something Earth. What was it called?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Mender.
don't know. What one is it?
She's a mushroom. She's got bond with Earth, eat the Earth.
Okay, my question is, with this Earth thing she has, will she be could she basically use that to help block up the holes?
As totally Callista asks her in character, right?
Yes.
And what does Twigsy say?
I don't know. I'm reading my spells.
Twigsy says she's dividing with the, primordial fungus to see what we can do today.
We needed into the town when you guys threw me down the well, and I was like, "Oh, it's made out of stone. I could just like make little stairs. I don't know if I ever used it, but I know I had the spell. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it at? Hold on, let me. Yeah, the helpful thing I was in. Druid spell is. Oh god, now I'm back on.
As you're slowly lowering her down with the rope tied around
Not
her
yet.
waist and
We're
her
first
boot.
figuring out if she could do this before we lower her down into the belly of the beast, as it were.
There's no good website where everything is on one website for
If
5e.
if you just type in the spell's name and then type Roll20, usually it will pop up on Roll20's page. Usually.
What happened to you being a gaseous form to get down there? I liked that idea.
No,
Where
but
is it
well,
to make it?
well, no, we're
What?
trying to. She's got the spell that she can mend, do stuff with the earth to barricade.
Oh.
I don't think that's right. It says. One moment. What website is it? Okay, it's one of the. Is it a second level spell?
I like how she questions all of us.
Oh no.
She's mostly questioning you, Jim.
Earthbind I have prepped.
Like, what's on your
Erupting.
skill tab?
I don't know how to do this. I have erupting earth, and it's choose a point where you can see on the ground, and a fountain of churned earth or stone erupts a 20-foot cube. Each creature in that area must make a dex save, but like I feel like we could just do that to make big mounds of dirt.
Yeah. But also, if it's gonna 20, if it's a 30, yeah, because then you would just have to cast it twice. Because if it does 20 feet cubic, then
Yeah.
how long does the Earth go back to normal after a certain amount of time, or is it just permanent?
It says it remains difficult terrain until cleared away.
So okay, so that sounds like
Yep.
it's gonna stay there.
It's a level 3 spell, so I would burn both my slots just to do one entrance, though.
But don't we have, there's 2 entrances or 3 entrances?
There's a top entrance, a left entrance, and then there's the ceiling. There's an opening in the ground.
How big is the ceiling opening?
It's about a 10-foot by 10-foot square-ish shape that is now slightly bigger because 2 people snuck up to the lip and just, caused a bunch of rocks and dirts to fall in. And also, I think the spell you were looking for was Mold Earth. It's a cantrip that you have.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Yeah, that's the one. I was like, I know
Oh.
I have it. Yeah, there we go.
So,
That's all we'll do.
back to the original question is, can we use Mold Earth to, what's it called?
Create a
Block
barrier,
off-
yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Because I feel like that's the best plan. We mold Earth to block off the 2 ways in and out the tunnel, so they'll be forced to come in. Fiona, don't walk me. They'll be forced to come in through the top, and then we wait for them to come back to roost during the day. We wait for them to get there, then we put the net, and
I'm gonna
then
make tiny
what?
little stairs that go down the hole.
Well, I mean, or you could use, you could use gaseous form to get down. I don't know.
We have
Or-
getting
Or
down
get
is
pulled up by the rope.
Yeah,
That's a
either
what-
way.
Or I just spiral staircase. I didn't want to do blocks, Jim. You erase those.
So meanwhile, everybody else is like, so what's the plan? And Twigsy's down there playing Minecraft, building a spiral staircase back up to the top.
The plan is we're going to block up each side of the hole, or the tunnels. So we're going to block off the 2 entrances, so the bats will be forced to come in through the top. Once they've come in through the top during the daylight, we put the net down, and then we have Twigsy set up daylight in there, and then they'll be forced to come up, and we catch it, and we kill it, and there we go.
Put the heart in the jar, move on to the next step.
Okay,
Exactly.
so is that what you do, Twigsy? You barricade the cave entrances?
Yeah, is anyone gonna be down here with me?
I mean, yeah.
It does. We need we need at least one or at least two people up top, because like if this thing gets caught in a net and then breaks out and starts fighting, we don't want the ranger to have to fight it all on its own. But two people can be downstairs too.
Well, I think
Well,
they just mean for barricading purposes, not the actual
Oh.
fight.
Yeah, no, 'cause the goal is the fight. We're all going to be at the top. Nobody's
Okay.
going to be in the tunnel when things happen. We're blocking it off, so they have no choice but to come out the way that we want them to come up.
Okay,
Cool,
so
'cause I have-
Twigs. Oh, go ahead.
But I will go down with Twigsy,
Okay.
since I might be more familiar. Give me a sec. Jezebel, get in your kennel. Oh my God. Sorry.
It's okay.
I just had to
So,
let the dogs out.
Our two naturey folks go to let the dogs out, as they say, and barricade the tunnels. So feel free to fill in wherever you're making your little barricades. I would say pick the choke points, make it easier for yourself. As Twigsy keeps doing mold earth, mold earth, mold earth, mold earth to make the barricades. You guys pull yourselves out of the cave. I'm assuming our ranger is going to do something to disguise your scent all over the entrance there, so they use the entrance.
Yes.
Okay.
So I will probably let's see here. Well, there's enough like fucking back guano everywhere. We could probably use that.
Okay. So you've disguised, everyone's scent from the cave. You pulled the group back to a little, observation point. Come, night and then morning-ish, the bats totally go to each of the waterfalls and try to use the entrances. Obviously, they realize they're blocked, so they come out annoyingly, screechingly, and the 3 big bats leading the 8 little bat swarms that follow them finally go woof, woof, woof down the big hole. As daylight comes, you guys yawn. Who's on watch that night, by the way, to watch the bats come in for morning?
I don't mind watching because I don't sleep. So
Okay, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
sure. Sure, that's for nothing. Situation.
12. Okay, you have no problem staying awake through the very, very last few hours of the night when you see these very large bats dive in and the little bats following between the 3 of them. And you have confirmed there are 3 giant bats in here. So you wake everybody up to give them the heads up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can't fall asleep, by the way.
Oh, at least let me scare you by making a roll. Come on.
Oh man, I barely made it.
It's more
Wake up.
fun that way
Yes.
if you think you're failing something, but you can't.
I'm so tired of y'all. But what's
Did you
wake
say
up?
you're tired of us?
I'm tired, y'all. That would be funny. I've had enough of you. It's really.
I'm tired of y'all. You do this yourself.
He just picks up in the middle of the night and walks off. Okay, so you guys get the net ready. You start creeping up to the entrance. You want to make sure not to spook them like last time. Somebody give me a stealth check with advantage.
All right.
Y'all are working together.
Generally, my stealth is supposed to be good. I don't know. Do you guys want me to try it? Okay.
I have +5, but if you have +6, you're better at it.
Okay, good. I mean, that's not bad, right?
You guys totally creep up with your 17 collective stealth roll. You guys feel really confident. You've got the net stretched out, and you guys slowly spread the net out to cover the entrance. And Callista totally gives Twigsy the nod. to go to the next step of the plan. And what is Twigsy gonna do?
Oh, I can just like lay down on the edge of the hole
Hmm.
and then daylight because it says it's a 60-foot radius and a 60-foot range.
Yep. And anywhere in particular you aiming to put it down here?
Do I need to do another perception check to see the bats down here?
You can't actually see them because they're actually up in the ceiling underneath the hole, basically. But you can totally hear bats nesting.
Oh, I can get the full area then.
Okay.
So I can do the whole 60 feet.
Okay, so you cast your daylight spell, and immediately this dark cave goes, and just as the sun starts to crest on the horizon, you guys all see light come pouring out of the hole up into the sky as she just goes daylight, and it goes boom. Okay, and immediately there's this furious flush of motion and action as there's, wow, what is that? Like 8 bat swarms, which are, a dozen different bats that can take up a 5-foot square, and 3 big whoosh, whoosh, whoosh going around.
Jim,
Yeah?
can I kind of make a caveat? Because the bat swarms are normal sized bats, correct?
They're normal sized bats, yep.
So when we made the net, I probably would have, especially with the type of materials we were using, I would have made the holes big enough for a normal sized bat to go past, but of course not the big sized bat. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep. That's kind of what I was figuring, like a cargo net. So it's got gaps big enough that the bats could crawl through, but not the big guys.
The goal is hopefully the little bats will be like, "What the fuck," and fly away, and the big bats will not. So
Okay.
that is the. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that.
So immediately Twigsy pulls back really quick from the hole as you start seeing like one little bat fly through, and then a 5-foot square of tiny bats go clawing through the net. And how many folks are holding the net, by the way?
I am.
So it's pretty much
Yep.
unanimous, it sounds
Yeah.
like. Okay, so that won't even need a roll to grapple. Immediately, you all are holding on to different parts of the net. And all of you, when you're holding the net flush to the ground, the net bolts up like 5 feet just from the pure speed and momentum of something flying out. And you guys feel the net pull up, and then you guys try your best to keep it down. And I'm assuming the idea is to let the bat out and then wrap the bat, right?
That's smart. Yeah. That's
You
smart.
guys there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we're here.
Sorry. Ugh.
No problem.
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to get. All right. Sorry, what did I miss?
So the bats are being scattered out. A bat swarm went flying through the net. Everyone in the group is holding the net ready, and then a big bat is hitting it right now, causing it to bulge up like 5 or 6 feet as you see this big, like 8-foot wide bat. And that's not counting the wingspan on this thing. When it opens its wings, it's huge. Your goal is to wrap it up in the net, right? So it's entangled?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so immediately it bulges against the net, and before it has a chance to retreat, you guys immediately like slide the whole net to the left, and it basically gets rolled in the net, and this thing is like thrashing and screeching, and it's making this horrible echolocation screech sound. As soon as you guys get this thing still and pinned to the ground, 2 big flashes of motion come out of the hole, and it's the other 2 giant bats, and they all go flying off into the opposite direction of dawn as you see this big flotilla of bat shapes. And you have this one bat that just keeps pathetically screeching and fighting against your net, but it definitely, with the 4 of you wrestling it, is completely entangled in the net.
Awesome.
What do you do?
Now we stab it.
Yeah.
Do you dispatch it?
Ranger, how do we end those things mercifully?
I mean,
So we have to kill it, but
We can't
We have
damage
to
its
kill
heart.
it, but we have to kill it without damaging its heart because we need its heart.
Yep.
So, knife to the brain, bullet to the brain. Do we have an artifact gun?
We have a ranger that knows how to dispatch a beast quickly and painlessly.
Snap its neck.
What do I roll for that, Jim?
You don't need, you just need to tell me what you're doing. It's completely helpless at the
Okay.
moment. It's pathetically
Okay.
helpless.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna slip a knife into its eye to go to the brain because that's a sure way to kill things.
Okay, and
I think-
immediately gives out a cry and goes completely silent with the last breath coming out of its large chest. And this bat is beautiful, it's majestic, its wings are glorious. I mean, you could turn this thing's wings into a freaking tent for somebody, Twigsy size.
Well, I mean, after we harvest the heart, we're gonna harvest whatever we can off the bat because
Okay,
why-
go
why-
ahead. Go ahead and give me a survival check for your butchery skill.
And just for the Twigsy Pokedex, I've seen a dire bat.
You guys there?
Yep. Give me a
Hello?
survival roll, Talia.
Right here.
All right, give me a second.
My shoulder is killing me.
Aw. You need to get some of them
Now
pain
I know-
patches.
All right, give me a second.
You need to get some of them pain
Everything
patches.
is not working, and I hate it.
Yeah, I finally got a referral to physical therapy.
That's
Good.
Oh, you did?
It's only been
Yeah,
like 2 years.
Well, Talia had the same shitty doctor I had and mentioned that she got a second opinion. So it's like, oh, I should do that too. And then when I went there, he's like, oh, yeah, that guy. He's kind of old school.
Old school means old and not good.
It just means you'll deal with it till you die of old age.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm.
stop. Then just got home.
Okay, so you do a beautiful job of harvesting every bit of this bat. As of
Yeah.
course your mentor comes up with his wagon and the horse and he's like, excellent, excellent, good job. Not a piece of the beast has been wasted. And he whips out the big ritual book and he's like, doing some quick cliff notes. And he's like, we've got this, we've got that, we've got the blood of an elf.
He's totally like Anthony Hopkins Van Helsing, right?
Blood of an
Yep.
elf, like me?
Yeah, like you. You know
Oh,
how
you don't-
rare
yeah, you
elves
donated.
are?
How
You
much
get
blood are we talking?
Donated like the succubus donated.
No.
You'll totally be willing to donate at your time of need. As he basically says, excellent, excellent. We have that, we have this, we have, oh, excellent. I have one of those in the back. And he, of course, hollers over to Twigsy to get that silver jar that you were looking at the other day, and you totally get that jar out. He reveals that in that silver jar is the heart of a werewolf, which is another one of the recipe items, which he totally has on hand. And he says, now we must journey further north than I feel comfortable taking you poor children. We must go to the Church of the Fallen, for that is the place where the original ceremony was conducted, and we only require 2 additional ingredients.
Oh,
What would that be?
We need a goblet full of blood of a celestial, basically an angel, anything angelic, holy, and the blood of an elf.
Oh, we know elves. That's no problem.
Which is me. Again, how much blood are we talking about?
He totally looks at the recipe and he says the recipe is unsure. It just says of an elf.
So let's have you take a
Okay.
diabetic strip version of blood, like just do a little finger prick. Just go drip drip when we have the cauldron.
Or when you're ready for the
Okay.
ritual, you just start bleeding into it when he tells you it's working. That's enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there's a point where I'm going to be like, no, this is enough, and I need you guys to back me up. When
Of
it
course,
happens.
yeah, we're not gonna let him kill you.
Look, if we didn't kill the demon for his blood, we're not gonna kill you for your blood.
I understand. I just need to make sure that we make sure, like, and this is something I'll do as an aside to the rest of them where
when
he
you and
can't
your
hear.
friends had the bonfire to yourselves.
Yeah. Like, wait, because I trust you guys, but I don't quite. Some of the behavior of him is not quite kosher, and I am a little concerned.
If you're
I've watched
concerned,
the-
then go ahead and give me an insight check.
All right, give me a second. I am
I mean, you
trying to
know
put
the
some stuff
guy.
in
I
Billing Waters.
mean,
I do.
he's been like that distant uncle that visits every season since you were a child, and
Yeah.
for you, that's a
Yeah, but
long time.
yeah. So does that mean I have advantage on insight?
No, no particular advantage.
Damn it. Okay. All right, give me a second.
I think for our Cthulhu campaign, I want to be an investigator because you can get a sword cane and weapon finesse it.
Or just go
All right, sorry.
investigator, then go with monk, and the sword
I gotta
cane is
roll
your monk
something.
weapon.
I gotta roll I gotta
But
roll a thing real quick, sweetie.
And then it's totally a Korean, ghost.
Okay,
Ghost
insight you said?
insight. Yep.
Shit. So no,
He's fine. He's
everything's
just excited.
fine.
He's
Everything's
fine.
fine.
He's just a little excited over we could end vampirism once and for all with this ritual. I have the book. I have the recipe. I happen to know one of the few half-elves that are strong in the elf blood. It's fine.
Maybe one of my
However,
friends could roll insight.
well, they don't really know him like you do. I mean, they're just going to
Okay, I
know he's a
guess.
kooky, crazy guy.
Okay.
And you told us to trust this guy, so I'm trusting him.
Yeah.
All right.
This
I'm
is the
trying
guy
not to
that
metagame. All right.
sent you on the mission.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the whole point of this mission. You're the muscle, he's the brains. So Esme, he totally pulls you aside and kind of brings it to your attention as the cleric of the group. If you have any suggestions on where they could find a celestial donation of blood?
Well, occasionally I do things that impress Freya, and she blesses me. Let me see if I can commune with her and get some insight on some celestial blood.
Are you questioning this?
That's my answer to him. I just talk in question marks.
You speak in question mark fluently.
Yes.
Okay, and he is very excited to see what your response to this would be because you do know on just basic reflex that celestial blood is usually like a holy thing or like
Well, I got that too.
rarely given boon thing. So you're just like celestial blood. Yeah, that's every church has got a bucket of that lying around. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, the church has it when Freya was in a great fight. She bled and they kept a nice chunk of Freya blood, but that's like a major holy relic that they would not let you put in some nasty corrupted recipe and lose forever.
Right. No, so I am a cleric of Freya, technically.
Technically.
I mean, I think we've seen that I kind of play fast and loose with the whole religious part of this character.
Hey, Freya slept with a bunch of dwarf brothers to get her pretty necklace. She don't judge. She knows a girl gotta do what a girl gotta do in this world.
So I
Ain't no kink shame in the Church of Freya.
no. think I'm going
The
to.
apple croissant thing from Starbucks.
What is this?
I don't know, but I think our ranger is getting a Starbucks.
I
At
got
11 o'clock at night?
no. I bought Senin. Starbucks came out with this like apple croissant muffiny thing, and it's always out. And I got some earlier because Senin wanted to try it, and I just gave him the one I got earlier.
Oh.
I love him. He's my favorite.
Okay. That's adorable. So
Hello?
You got
Hello?
really distant sounding there for a second.
Oh, I thought that was
me?
my dying. Yeah.
I like how you said so, and it sounded like someone was pulling you back away from the microphone.
Oh, I was covering my mouth as I was reading and talking. Sorry. So we're on a spell gathering quest. I would like a Church of Freya that isn't one that I turned in. I didn't like convert to the Church of Freya. Because I have a thingy.
You have a thingy?
Yes.
Boys have one of those, and girls have something different.
So
damn it,
I
Sam.
have this skill set thing. I don't know if skill set a trait, what you want to call it. But basically, if we go to a Church of Freya that I exist before, that exists, like I said, that I didn't convert to one, we can. Ooh, let me plug in my phone or my computer immediately. Hold on. I know this trick. It hates me. Da-da-da-da-da.
Is anyone gonna be on the east side tomorrow? While we're taking a pause.
What was
What's
that?
So does anyone need to be on the east side tomorrow?
No.
I mean, why? What's going on?
Oh, you know, I forgot to put gasoline in my car.
Oh,
What?
shit. You need someone to help drive some gas to you?
I mean, I'm gonna have Walmart deliver a gas can.
Oh, are you really not start? Like, can't start? Because
That's
if
not
you
good for
can,
your fuel pump.
yeah, if you can start, you're like a block away from a gas station.
I know. I don't know if it will get there though.
What time, Brittany?
I would try first, but yeah.
What time?
Anytime.
Okay. Well, I have things I have to do tomorrow, so I can be that one of the things I do.
Well,
So,
if it's not the way.
because I'm supposed to go out early tomorrow to drop off some stuff at Repo, and then eventually I'm supposed to meet my brother at our studio, on Broadway. So I could do that in between now and then.
Sorry. My computer says, "Oh, hey, your battery's about to die," and then I basically have like 6 seconds to plug it in.
That's okay.
So, all right. So I clicked on my thing of the Shelter of the Faithful. So we can go to a temple,
I'm doing
and
the
I
soup bag
can
right now.
convince them to. So as long as I ask for assistance, and I'm not asking for them to do anything harmful, this is hazardous. They'll basically do what I ask. I'm sure I'm gonna have to be a little charmy.
But remember, it's not people blood. It's a celestial being's blood that you need.
Yes,
Well,
but
maybe they
it's
might be
not
able to direct
hazardous.
us to one.
It doesn't say. It says not hazardous. Us using a little itty tiny bit of celestial blood to wipe out the vampires is the exact opposite of hazardous. And I'm sure if I use my friend Twigsy to do her magic trick where I look like I'm glowing, that I can convince them with this extra buff that I have.
We're all charlatans.
Basically.
But see, the problem is the congregation isn't celestial. They're just humans.
I don't care about the congregation. I want their church swag.
So only
That's
like a big cathedral would have celestial blood on hand. Like these podunk backwoods Baptist churches, they would not actually have that. So you would have to like summon a celestial or something.
Summon a celestial.
Or
So I have to.
maybe give me a religion roll to see if you know where there might be a angelic like creature in the area. Unfortunately, our ranger doesn't hunt angels. So ranger purview is not going to help. This would totally be in Esme's, expertise.
Is it gonna be that fucking Aquarian again?
And I still feel like. Let me see.
I mean, there's no doubt Esme could convince the congregation to give all their blood.
No,
Of course.
I don't want their blood. I want to convince the priesty to give me some secret blood that every little church of I almost said Church of Esme. Little church
Wow.
of Freya has has a little relic.
Well, let's put it this way. If a church had angel blood, they would not be a teeny tiny little church.
You said roll religion.
Okay. Fine. I will roll religion. Do a little shaky shake of my thing.
Okay, as Esme racks her head, and there's two options of when Esme's racking her brain, when the crazy old coot's telling her, "Hey, I need you. This is where I need you. I need you to give me angel blood." And you're totally like, okay, I'm racking my head here for angels in this part of the country. And since we are now firmly in vampire country, the only angels we know of in the Church of Freya are either a celestial being that's been summoned by somebody, or there's a dirty little rumor of two celestial beings that might be out there. The first... Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going.
The first is apparently in elven celestial moon spirits that supposedly is like deep in the woods. That would totally be something you need your ranger to confirm for you, but you're pretty sure the church has talked about that there's heretic elven holy creature out in the woods, out in one of the old elven ruins. Or there is supposedly a fallen angel, and by fallen I don't mean turned evil, I mean fell to earth and its wings were ripped out in the first Great Crusade. And supposedly she haunts the moors, attacking undead and supernatural creatures on sight.
I think that person seems more my jam.
But with a solid 16, those are the two options you pretty much think there are. I mean, there is always the holy abilities to summon something that could totally be, used too.
I don't see that I have the ability to summon anything on my character sheet.
Probably not at this level.
Yeah, like I actually thought my Shelter of the Faithful, where I could convince the church to just give me what I want, was a pretty cool trait that you told me was useless.
It's pretty cool if you were still in the big city, because you're out here.
You're telling me if I would have known my shopping list a while ago,
If he would have totally sent you with the shopping list, you know, back in the capital city, in the Citadel, there's totally a little pyre where there's 4 goblets of different celestial beings' blood right fucking there. You could have taken some. If Callista had shown up with the shopping list.
Okay. So am I going for I feel like it's not a trifecta, but am I going for the golden cup, seduce a demon, seduce an angel, get their blood, kill the vampires?
Or you can go after the elven celestial nature spirits and kill it and take its blood.
You don't necessarily have to kill these things. Like,
Right.
you
I
can-
mean, I was able to get blood from a demon without killing it. I feel like I
Yeah.
could get blood from an angel without killing it.
I mean, you do have a half-elf ranger with you guys. I mean, it's totally possible that conversation could be had.
which one do we want to go after?
So I feel like the fallen angel is more my personality jam. That I could convince the fallen angel to just like toss over some blood. But he does bring out a good point that Callista is an elf, and maybe elven angels would be more willing to give us some of their blood. So I feel like they're both pretty decent options. It just kind of depends on what we want to do.
I mean, do you want to go for a Battle Force angel or a unicorn? You know, those are your options.
Okay. I'm pretty sure with you saying that the elf angels would be the battle forged ones.
Nope, the unicorn is totally a servant of the moon goddess for the elves.
Okay. Do we want to drain the last unicorn?
When I said fuck that unicorn,
I'm sorry, wait, what did you just
No, I
say?
didn't hear that.
My speaker did not hear you correctly.
because I'm mad that our former party member had an encounter with the unicorn.
Oh shit, that's right.
Remember?
It's been forever.
I know. Twigsy remembers.
Those
We talked
mushrooms
with
are
the
great for
unicorn?
memory.
No, we didn't see it.
But someone else bragged about it.
A flying party member who is no longer with us.
Are we sure it just wasn't a lie she said to sound cool? So it sounds like Twigsy wants to see a unicorn.
It doesn't matter because it can't turn into one.
I mean, but if you see it, can't you?
It's a sentient, not an animal.
It's not an animal, yeah. It's a thing. It's celestial. It's got holy blood.
But do you still want to see one and then unfortunately make it bleed?
Probably ask for its help.
We still have to make it bleed when we get its help.
Yeah, but
And
we
unless
could ask.
we find another kinky unicorn.
I mean, if it helps, the fallen angel is like, you know, from what your stories were, it's the angel is like batshit nuts and has killed good, bad, or indifferent. Of course, the unicorn has killed non-elf and bad, so you know there's a half one, half dozen of the
Can
other.
you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, all right.
We thought y'all were like
hello,
smooching or
hello.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go for the unicorn. Maybe I might be able to talk it into not murdering us.
You
Okay.
are a half elf.
I'm not seducing a unicorn.
I don't want you to see it. Look, listen. I have been traumatized.
I was willing to seduce an angel. I feel like that'd be like a really cool cap in my hat.
No,
Angel,
no.
demon bride,
I don't think-
angel bride.
I don't think it's the kind of angel that you're thinking. It's not good. Yeah, no, not that kind of angel.
I'm super aware of the kind of angel that would fall for my terrible seductions.
Esme's over here winking with blowflies at the same time.
If I told you you had a nice body, would you hold it against me?
Jim, I am gonna ask if we can wrap the game up soon, because
Sure. So
Yeah.
just let me know which one you're going for, so I know what to aim
I
for
vote
next.
unicorn.
So are we going into the old Elven Wood ruins, where there might just be a whole bunch of vampires that used to be elves, because elf blood is a delicacy for the
That's
vampires.
like a bad idea.
Is that where the unicorn is?
That's totally where the unicorn is.
Right. And then the other one, where is that one located?
The other one is located out on the moors, where it's killing basically undead that keep dying and rising out in the moors.
All right, yeah, I think that we could talk that thing into donating some blood. That sounds good to me.
Versus Charlie
I like
the
how you're
unicorn.
playing both sides.
So we got one unicorn, one fallen angel.
I vote no, Charlie the unicorn.
Oh.
All right, sounds like I'm gonna get my crown.
So you're heading off to the moors.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and get my hands on a Bluetooth headset before next time we game, and see
Okay.
if that helps. Because Senan was sitting here while we were kind of gaming and trying to get the computer to apparently my computer is not acknowledging my headset, the mic part of it at all. So something might be wrong with my computer. So I might have to get a Bluetooth one.
You plug it in the front and the back.
Yep.
Okay, and hey, if nothing else, this weekend at Tuscon, I can always futz with it too if you want. At some
Well,
point,
it's my
when we're free.
computer, not my laptop. Although maybe next time I might do it on my laptop, and maybe that might just have to be what happens.
So between now and next game in 2 weeks, and everyone's
Yeah.
going to be here for that game, right?
Sure.
Yep. Try.
Make sure you
Wait,
guys
hold on a second.
level
Let me
yourselves
look at my calendar. Is
up.
it 2 weeks? Is it? Oh wait, Wednesday. But isn't that the day before Thanksgiving?
Holy shit,
Oh.
is it?
You
Yeah,
guys
okay.
seem like the type of people that celebrate Thanksgiving.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm gonna be
I
with
eat
my
food.
family. We have Joaquin for Thanksgiving this year.
But yeah, it's Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, so we're all technically off, right?
So
I have another
Friday,
game before
Saturday,
that, but
Sunday off. I don't celebrate these stupid holidays at the end of the year, but I expect the people around me to.
Well, no, I'm gonna basically get up early Thursday to do Thanksgiving stuff. I'm not going over on Wednesday.
I'm available, but if people, I understand people aren't. Yeah.
So I'll be available unless I hurt myself again.
I'm going to be available. I'm yeah. I mean, any work I have to do, I'm going to do over the 4-day weekend.
So as you finish your massive trial and tribulations getting past the country to get out to the moors where there's basically ghoul, zombie, and ghost haunted moors out there, there's going to totally be the Scottish Drover songs going on. Level yourselves up twice.
Yay.
I'm gonna need
Twice.
you to help with that later, Jim.
Okay, just hit me up.
What
Okay.
level should we be?
You should be level 7.
Okay.
Is it because of the handy?
It's totally because of the handy.
Oh my god!
Each stroke was like 1,000 experience, 1,000 experience, 1,000 experience, and then
Listen,
5,000
That
at the
video
end.
I posted in the Facebook chat is how my character felt about the whole situation.
I responded to that. You just haven't read
I
it
know,
yet.
I saw that.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
You
Replace
dirty,
lick
dirty
with what you did.
birds.
I didn't lick. I touched a lot.
I replace lick with what you did.
You dirty, dirty birds.
I mean, it's, oh, you know what? Technically, Jim screen swiped, so we don't know exactly what I did. But it was
Exactly.
good enough to get a moon booty call in a year.
I mean-
Either way, that video is exactly how my character was feeling about the whole situation.
And then 9 months later, Esme's gonna have a little winged tiefling baby.
No,
Oh my god. And it's Jocelyn, and she goes back in time to meet her mother
No!
because that's her wish.
no,
And now we have the story has gone full circle.
no.
She left because she could not exist with her baby self, or the time stream would collapse.
Terrible, Jim. It's so bad.
Oh, that the human ego is so skewed you would not recognize yourself?
I mean,
All right,
think
guys,
about it from an unadulterated
I'm gonna go.
point of view.
All right,
I love
see
you.
ya.
I love you guys. Have
All
a
right.
good night.
I have missed you guys. Have a good night.
Eh.
And that's a good place to wrap it up there. And everybody get some sleep.
Sounds like a good idea.
I am going to level up my character a little bit and avoid the work I'm not doing. Ooh,
Aw.
dude, you guys, I'm getting blessed. I'm a blessed healer. I just would like you guys all to remember that with the trauma I gave you.
No, we're the ones who are blessed.
I wasn't traumatized. This is ADOS running valuable lessons about human anatomy.
This was a fascinating case study.
So that's how you get
Human and demon relations are possible. I'll note this.
Who knew?
That's how you get the out.
I like that you guys are terrible. It's amazing.
We're terrible
Oh,
in
we-
all the great ways.
We have to be.
Yes. Oh my god.
Find a dress I want.
You can't
I
find a
wanted to-
what?
Well, I can't sew. I could make things and I could trade things. But I wanted to be Lady Tremaine as heroes and villains, and I can't find a dress with those stupid fucking sleeves.
Oh.
I know what they're called, and I know what dress I want, and I found it in Skinny People.
But you need it in a real person size,
Yeah,
not a 12-year-old size.
yeah, exactly. So mad. So mad.
Sadly, everyone I know that does commissions is not doing commissions this year. Because
Yeah.
life in general has been, dumpster fire again.
Well,
Dumpster
everybody's-
fire year 3.
Oh, I should tell you guys. I got one raise, possibly